The French president, Emmanuel Macron, uses the word compromise with ease and fluidity when it comes to British waters and fish. His idea is based around the fact that the UK must capitulate to his wishes, no compromise. A status quo for his fishermen to continue reaping the benefits of our waters, a subservient United Kingdom. But things could have just backfired for the European Union's second biggest contributor. With Boris and his negotiating team staying strong, Macron may well be faced with rebellion amongst his beloved fishermen, along with many of his fellow bureaucrats in Brussels. Britain wants fishing quotas to be renegotiated on an annual basis, but the EU has argued this would make it impossible for the industry to make investment decisions. Mr. Macron warned on Thursday, "Our fishermen will not be the victims of Brexit," and added, "We didn't make that choice. The British people did." He also warned France is ready for a no-deal outcome. Well, it looks like his wish is forthcoming. But he will be faced with difficult and politically damning conversations, when explaining his stance to the captains with static boats throughout French ports. He will also have to face the wrath from countries with little or no fishing interests, who, through his obsessions, sit back in their parliamentary chairs and watch the billions of euros of UK trade slip away as the UK completes new trade deals with more accommodating countries. But it seems not every European leader has the same attitude. The German leader, Angela Merkel, told Mr. Macron his fishermen would lose all access to UK waters if he forces through a no-deal Brexit. Mrs. Merkel said, "If we can't find an agreement with Great Britain, then there will be no agreement about access to British fishing grounds. You have to keep that in mind." And the Dutch Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, also backed an EU retreat and praised Mr. Johnson's positive intervention. He said, "We're ready to compromise. We will not get what we want 100%, that's impossible in a negotiation, you always have to find a compromise." And the pressure begins to show. When asked why he would block a Brexit deal, the French president raged. The question showed the reporter had been brainwashed. "The state of our talks is not that we are stumbling over the issue of fishing, which is the tactical argument of the British, but we're stumbling over everything. Everything." He insisted the main priority for EU leaders was to ensure fair competition rules, warning, "It happens the remaining 27 leaders of the EU, who chose to remain in the EU, are not there simply to make the British Prime Minister happy." But Macron appeared to desperately try to get Boris Johnson back to the negotiating table, telling reporters, whatever the British people were told in the referendum, they need Europe's internal market. They are much more reliant on us than we are on them. It's the United Kingdom that wanted to leave the European Union and which needs a deal more than we do. Yet today the British proposal is access to the European market without respecting the rules. So why make such a comment if we need them more? Would not an institution, with such a vast internal market, simply wave goodbye, and allow us to crumble in its wake? As this channel has reported previously, this may have been true 1 or 2 years ago, but the pandemic has seen dramatic decline in world trade, and massive borrowing from the EU. With southern Europe collapsing around its borders, subsidizing will be inevitable if the bloc is to stay together. If COVID-19 has shown one thing, it's that the Union is far from being united. The icing on the cake for the bloc was when Michel Barnier was told to stay home next week. The UK's chief Brexit negotiator David Frost told his European counterpart not to come to London on Monday. Something they have no doubt reflected on over the weekend. Thank you for watching and listening, and please subscribe.